anybody that was on that course today deserves 4 medals.
Oh my
How would you
God.
describe it today in words, if possible?
It was, I don't know, it was a pretty strong breeze. I mean, big waves, and it got a little chilly for me. So yeah, it was very challenging. But
and I gather a few guys went overboard today, I imagine.
including myself,
Yeah.
I capsized. I think
Around the second mark, the third mark, second mark,
yes.
second mark.
Yeah, second mark after the second mark in the first race. And then my second race was ruined because I capsized just after the start. So I was behind from the beginning.
The first race at the start, you seemed to come away from everyone, but then went back to them, try to get clear. Was that a...
Well, what happened was, like, I kind of got stuck and I drifted backwards, so then I tried to bear away and find another spot, which didn't quite work out.
What happened with that recall?
That was my good start, which is
Yeah, I know.
always the case. I don't know, it's just, I think a lot of guys near the committee vote were over.
Right.
So they were blocking the rest of the line, so they had to call it.
Right. Yeah,
So.
it looked as if you got a good start that race.
Yeah, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes. Whenever you have a good one, they always recall it.
Let's compare that, because, I mean, I've seen conditions like that in Bermuda. We wouldn't go out and race in it.
No, probably not. And, well, you wouldn't, I don't think you would get those waves either.
Right,
Those swells were pretty big,
Yeah.
which made for some exciting downwind surfs,
Well, definitely.
which is cool, but it was really tiring and windy and wet. Somebody throwing a bucket of water in your face every 3 seconds.
Right.
So,
Let's describe that downwind activity that you would have had to go through. I mean, that would have been fun at times,
Yeah.
but also a little nerve-wracking.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get a really nice surf and everything, the pressure's released because you're going so fast. But,
Right.
And then sometimes you're just holding on for dear life,
Right.
trying to make sure nothing happens.
I saw you do it in the warm-up just before the race started. I saw you come back downwind, and you looked like you was having a bit of fun with it.
Yeah.
As you get into a competition, a lot of it changes, doesn't it? Because your mindset changes to competitive as opposed to let's just see how this works.
Yeah. So sometimes it's more, dangerous is the wrong word, like risky, because you're trying to get more out of it.
Yeah.
So you might take more risk than what you should.
In the first race where you capsized, a lot of guys were hitting that mark. Was that current pushing them?
Yeah, the current was pushing you sideways into it, so everybody had to go. You saw everybody go up, and then it was
It was a lot of, just before you was a group of guys that all of them were touching.
Yeah. Hey Carlos, and the current. Of course, the current was going with the wind, so it made the upwinds even longer.
Right.
Because it just took you longer to get up, which made everything much more difficult.
It just becomes a challenging day for sailors out there.
Yeah, I think everybody was pretty challenged by those conditions for sure. I have a feeling, well, I could be wrong. It seemed like they postponed it for a minute because the breeze got up really high for a second, so they just waited a minute.
Well, they waited. I know they postponed or delayed the start for the girls' race right after you guys had got off. So the conditions were only getting worse.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, go on.
Okay.
When you wake up and you see these sort of conditions, does your heart sink a little bit when you know it's going to be a tough day out there for you before you even start?
A little bit, but I mean, you try really hard not to let that affect you, because I mean that can weigh on you for the rest of the day. So you just try to go out there with a good mindset. I mean, it is what it is. It's like I can't really change the fact that it's going to be windy and brutal out there. So you just go with it and then try to enjoy the downwind legs. Sometimes you get a surf where it's like you're on a surfboard, which is pretty cool. So
It's a little frustrating after having such a good day today that you're on bills and that, but you're kind of prevented from the chance to bills and that because of the conditions.
yeah, it's very frustrating. I mean, but like I said just now, it's like it is what it is. I mean, I can't change the conditions, and I think I did the best as what I could do today, which obviously is not great, and I'm obviously very unhappy with how it went, but it is what it is.
Are those the most challenging conditions you've ever raced in?
No. Raced? I don't know. It's hard to say. Sometimes you get the same conditions but with less less swell. The swell is what really made the downwinds difficult because it wasn't coming straight with the wind; it was coming on the side.
Right.
So that's what made it a little bit more dangerous. So it was definitely up there. We're at the top end, I think. So
It seems with sailing, you can never. When you do well, you can't rest that laurel. When you do badly, you can't dwell in it because you never know what's going to happen next. So I guess
Exactly.
you're
you're constantly resetting just because everything. I mean, the next day you could have a completely different set of conditions, and then maybe it's going to be your day tomorrow. So you don't want to be all disappointed and down on yourself when you can have a great day the next day. So.
Are you looking forward to a day off after today?
Yes. Looking forward to sleeping in, eating some food, and resting my legs a little bit.
All right. Good job today.
All right,
Tough
thank
conditions.
you.
So
Yeah, very tough.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Now I gotta go eat some food and relax.
It was really challenging. I feel like that was maybe one of the only race committees or one of the few that would actually race us in that much wind, but I guess that's because we're at the Olympics, so it was tough.
I was just going to ask, because I asked Cameron, was those the worst conditions you've ever raced in? I know you probably trained in something like that, but raced in?
Probably raced in, yes. Like actually started a race in it. Sometimes it ends up getting that way within a race and they'll just continue it, but starting a race in that was probably...
And what are the main challenges you face in those conditions?
Probably the wind and the waves. They were just really big, so the waves made it quite difficult on the downwind and the upwind. And then the wind was just crazy.
And I know I've talked to you in the past, you mentioned you like the light winds because of your size and whatnot, so I guess it's the worst possible.
Yeah,
isn't
that
it?
was probably the worst possible, and the current didn't help. It was really strong as well. So that was probably
Was it one of those
rough
days
day.
where you say, let me just finish?
Yeah, I mean the first couple of races it was, but once you start seeing yourself like next to a couple others and you're like trying to beat them if you can see someone next to you, so it was.
That the first race where you had people behind you and by quite a distance, did this give you confidence that, hey, I can match some of these guys here?
Yeah, like once after the start, once you see like some boats are going the same speed as you and they're not like liking the wind as much, then it kind of gives you more confidence to know that if I keep on pushing, then I can stay in front of some people at least.
Right.
So.
What happened at the start of the first race? Because I saw you sort of hang back a bit and then make a line for towards the beach.
Well, my start just didn't end up that good. I wasn't pushing the line too hard because I knew I didn't have the best boat speed, but then I also ended up getting caught in the shadow behind the race committee, so that didn't.
Right.
So.
And that made it even more challenging for you to sort of keep up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that already put me behind, but I think just being on the right side paid a bit more because
Right.
I was already at the right end.
Did you have a swim today?
Once.
Cameron ran twice.
Oh, okay.
Which race was that, first or second?
The first was, yeah.
Was that on the first leg or the second?
It was rounding the downwind mark.
Oh,
so
okay. All right.
Second leg.
All right. Okay. Well, I just
Yeah.
missed you then.
Yeah.
It's got you on the
It
yacht.
was very graceful.
That's what goes to your mind, that sort of moment.
Well, at that moment, I didn't have much control over it. I was just kind of... I had two boats next to me, and I was just hoping for the best, and it didn't quite work out.
When you
It
feel
wasn't the
your-
end of the world, so it was okay.
When you feel yourself going over, do you say, "Oh no," or what do you?
Yeah, lasers are quite easy to get back up, so
right.
you can just step on the dagger board and hop back in. So it's not so bad, and you know that other people are doing it as well today. So it wasn't too oh no, but it was kind of, this kind of sucks.
Are you looking forward to that day off tomorrow?
Yes.
What's your plan?
I'm not sure. I think I might do something touristy with my family, but depends how much physical activity that is.
Have you got family here with you?
Yeah, they're here.
Who's here? Mom, dad, brother?
Mom, dad, brother, and sister.
That's
They're all here. Yeah.
That must be nice to have me for the support and talks after the day. Do you find that a big help having them here?
Yeah, it's really nice having them here. Sometimes at regattas it's like just my brother or just my mom, so it's really nice having them all here, as well as my sister and my dad. So it's cool having a family trip.
You got a lot of stories about today, though, eh?
Yeah.
What name is your brother and sister? No, your brother, he sails a lot, doesn't he, Mikey?
Mikey does, yeah.
And you got a sister as well? Is she old?
She used to sail. She's older, but now she coaches
What's her
a bit
name?
more. Ellie.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 20.
And your brother's younger than you, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 16.
Mikey would have loved those conditions out there. Been a bit challenging, but
Yeah.
Do you think seeing you out here is that quite inspirational for your younger brother? Has he got aspirations to take
Yeah.
the sailing further as well?
He's like really jealous of me at the moment, and he got to come down here and train and stuff, and he's seeing all of this and going to all the games, so he's like so ready. He's like,
So what route is he taking at the moment? We're about to see his development.
he's not sure yet. He wants to go to 2020, but I don't think that. I don't know.
Too soon.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just gonna get into as many boats as possible.
Is he laser as well? Is he?
Right now he's lasers, but he's just messing around and whatever. So.
all right. Well, we'll let you get out of these conditions. Good job
Okay.
today.
Thank you.
Tough day. But
Yeah. Thanks.
good
Thank you
job.
very much.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.